Hey guys, welcome back. So we are going to get right into it with breakfast. So you will need butter. I'm using vegan butter and I'm putting it on my parchment paper on a baking sheet. And then I'm going to be using the crescent rolls as you saw, and I'm just going to roll it out and separate them. Now I'm taking vegan sausages that I cut up into small pieces and I'm just rolling it onto the dough. So half of these are going to be pigs in a blanket or pigless blankets, and then the other half is going to be guava pastries. So I'm taking guava jelly and I'm just putting some on the dough, and then I'm going to roll it the same way. I didn't realize until after that I used way too much, so definitely only use a little bit. Now I'm going to take the rest of the butter and just put it on top to make it extra crispy. And then I'm going to bake in the oven at 375 for 15 minutes. This is how the pigless blankets came out. They were so good. And then I just have my sauce that I like to dip them in. And these are how the guava pastries came out. I was disappointed because it did leak out on the sides, but it was still good. Now moving on to lunch, I'm taking some old dry batter that I have from making vegan chicken, and then I just added some almond milk into this other bowl to make the wet batter. And I'm just going to take the dry batter and mix it with the wet batter to make the wet batter more like a pancake consistency. So I'm just adding it, and then I'm going to whisk it until I get the consistency that I want. Now I'm taking leftover shiitake and oyster mushrooms that I have, but these are really small pieces. This is not the type of mushroom that I really use for vegan chicken, but I had it left over, so I wanted to use it. And I actually made a mistake. I shouldn't have put it all in the bowl like that because they definitely got lost, and you will see me searching for them because they were so little. So I would recommend doing it one by one and not just dumping them all in there. And because this is not vegan chicken, I'm not going to double batter it. I'm going to just batter it one time. So I'm putting it in the dry batter or the wet batter first, and then the dry batter, and that's it. I'm not doing it again. And it won't be as crispy as like regular vegan chicken, but just a little bit of crispiness. So now I am done, and it is time to deep fry them in some oil on the stove, and it only takes a few minutes for them to cook. And once they are golden brown and crispy, I just take them out and put them on a paper plate with some paper towel. So I'm going to make a salad to go with it. So I have some kale, and I'm adding the fried mushrooms, and then I'm going to add some cucumber and some carrots and some tomatoes. I added some vinaigrette dressing that I already had in the fridge with some vegan cheese on top, and that is it. This lunch was really colorful and tastes so good. And for dinner, I am making French fries. So I already peeled these potatoes, and now I'm cutting them into little fry shapes. And then I have a bowl of cold water next to me that I'm going to put them in to take all of the starch out. So I left these in the bowl for about 30 minutes, and in the meantime I took the old dry and wet batter that I had just used, and I put it together, and I put it in a baking dish, and then I put it in the oven, and I ended up with vegan meatloaf. But after the fries were done, I just emptied them and then pat them dry, because you know they need to be completely dry when I'm frying them. And after I fried them, this is what they look like. And I just put my seasoning on top. I like salt, pepper, garlic, and parsley. Paired these with the leftover mushroom that I had, and this kind of gave me seafood vibes, like when you go to a restaurant and you get like fried shrimp with french fries. So I also had some ketchup with this, and it was really good. And that was it. That was my dinner. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe.